Welcome to Sharmila's Yoga Therapy. Today, our practice will be based on back bends. We'll energize our body, get our breath and movement going. Breath and body moves together. And then once we settle down through stretches, through some basic foundation poses to warm up our body, including our spine, then we'll get into our back bends. So let's begin side to side. Settling down, this is our centering. Feeling our sits, grounding as you settle down. And then come into your center. Wiggle your sit bones down, pushing them into the ground. Elongate your spine all the way to your crown. From the base of the spine all the way to your top of your head, all the way to your crown. Take a breath in. And out you let go. Breathe in. And out you let go. Next exhalation will be folding. Take a breath in. And out, lead through your heart. Hinge at the hip, folding forward. Keeping your spine elongated, but make sure your neck is not hyperextended. Make sure your neck there's no compression in your cervical spine. Folding forward as you allow your breath to let go. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, rolling onto your sacrum, rounding your spine. Breathe in, lifting up back into the center. Breathe out one more time. Folding forward. Lead through your heart, hinge at the hip. Folding forward. Breathe in, lift up back into the center. And breathe out, you stay there. Take a breath in. We'll work with our neck. So muscles around our neck, our shoulders, our collarbones. And then we'll do just a short meditation. And then we'll begin stretching. Take a breath in. And now turn your head to the right, looking over your right shoulder. You can keep your eyes open. And if your eyes are open, look through the corner of your eyes and observe your breath through your mind's eyes. Breathe in and out. On inhalation, turn your head back into the center. Breathe out, turning your head to the other side. Looking over your left shoulder. Observe your right shoulder, making sure it's not coming forward. Breathe in and out as you let go with your each out breath. Looking through your corner of your eyes. And observing your body, breath through your mind's eyes. On inhalation, bring your head back into the center. And exhalation, rolling your chin in towards the chest. Breathe out completely. And then breathe in and out as you stay there. Breathe in and out. On inhalation, untuck. Very slowly start lifting up your head. Lifting your sternum. Lifting your pelvic floor. Holding your head up. Notice that resistance or the stretch in your back side of your body. So you are gently doing a back bend, warming up your spine. Breathe in and out through your nose if possible. If not, out through your mouth. On your next inhalation, push your chin towards the ceiling. Lift up your head, bring it back into the center. Take a breath in. And now drop your head to the left. Make a half a circle as you breathe out and lift up from your right as you breathe in. 2 more rotation, neck roll. Breathe out your left. Breathe in as you lift up. 1 more. Breathe out your left. And then breathe in as you lift up from your right. Go slowly with your capacity. Close your eyes and simply allow your body to listen to the instructions. Breathe in and out. Allow your head to drop to the right. Lifting up from your left as you breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. One more. And lift back into the center and stay there. Breathe out. Take a breath in. And now tilt your head to the right, dropping your right earlobe, lifting your left. Release your left hand to the left side. Keep pushing your left hand towards the ground or away from you as you keep lifting your left earlobe up. Breathe in and out. And dropping your right. On your inhalation, lift up your head, bring it back into the center. Bring your left hand onto your lap. Breathe out, tilt your head to the left. Keep your right side active, pushing your right earlobe towards the ceiling. Bring your right hand to the right side. Try to move it away from your body as you keep lifting your right earlobe up as you drop your left earlobe down. Breathe in, bring it back into the center and bring your hand onto your lap. Take a breath in and out. Release your hands on either side. We'll do the shoulder squeeze and then shoulder rotation. Take a breath in and out. Lift up your shoulders up towards your ears. Allow your head to sink in between your shoulders. Breathe in and out as you hold it. Breathe in and out. Keep squeezing those muscles. Bring your awareness onto those muscles. Mind, body, breath connection. And then roll your head side to side. Breathe in and out. You're massaging those muscles. You're squeezing. They'll be saying thank you. Breathe in and out. And then bring your head back into the center. Take a breath in and out. Very slowly drop your shoulders down. Keeping your shoulders down. Bring your hands onto your shoulders. We'll do rotation. Breathe in. Lift up your elbows up. Over. Breathe out as you bring your shoulders back and down. Elbows. Making circles on either side of your body. Breathe out. Make it as bigger as possible. Breathe in. Lift up. Breathe out. 2 more and we'll change the direction. And out. Last one. And go the other way. You can massage on either side of your chest, stimulating your lymphatic system. There are lots of lymph in our armpit on either side of your chest. So you can massage with your upper arms. 2 more. I didn't count. I think this is the last one. Breathe in and out. Drop your hands down. Make sure your spine is elongated. At this point, you can stretch your legs off, shake them off, and then once again, you get into your comfort pose. Shake it off. Shake it off as per your capacity. You can shake it at your ankles, at your toes, behind your knees. Honor the signals coming from inside. And then once you settle down, make sure you can have a support. Because we'll be sitting there for 5 to 7 minutes. Cross your legs if you can. If not, get into your comfort pose because it's your practice. Bring your hands onto your lap, keeping your spine elongated. Make a fist with your hands. As you start breathing in, start rolling your shoulders forward, all the way up to the ears. Clench your teeth, clench your jaw, creating tension upper body, squeezing all your facial muscles. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. You're holding a breath here. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And as you exhale, roll your shoulders with a big sigh of a sound. Back and down. Allowing your fingers to relax. Body to breathe naturally. Mind to settle down. Allowing your facial muscles to soften. It's a process and it's a practice. Keeping your eyes closed lightly. Observe your each in breath and out breath. Your effortless breath. Notice your physical world. Through all your senses. Noticing all sorts of information coming onto the surface. Observing that information, embracing it. And without responding or reacting to any of it. Let it go. Once you settle down, senses all soften. Start closing all the doors to your outer world, one door at a time, leaving your undone business of the day outside, and slowly turning inward, noticing your physical body. Making sure your body is comfortable, spine is elongated, your sits are grounded, tailbone is lengthened, crown is reaching towards the sky. Notice the space as you settle down. And allow your breath to flow through your space. Being grateful for our existence. And allowing your physical world to be part of our existence as you let go with each out breath. Once you settle down, notice your breath. Without you noticing it, it will enter and leave the body. Supports all our 11 systems. It keeps us alive. Noticing your own patterns without judging any of the pattern. Be an observer. And once your breath settles down, shift your awareness onto your mind. It may wander at times, may wander into the past or the future, and it's okay. Observe wherever it goes. It may bring some thoughts onto the surface. Observe those thoughts. Let them know that you will take care of them later. Creating a foundation for wellness and well-being as you establish the relationship between your body, breath, and the mind. Digging deeper and deeper to tap into your pure joy. Take a breath in into your belly. Inflate your belly like a balloon, lifting your lower chest up and out. Expanding your upper chest to the sideways, filling up underneath your collarbone behind the sternum. And breathe out very slowly from top to bottom, squeezing your belly gently without collapsing your spine. Pulling your belly button in, lifting your diaphragm up. And breathe in again. Notice your diaphragm contracting as you fill your abdominal cavity. Lower chest lifting up, upper chest expand to the sideways. And breathe out very slowly from top to bottom, your 3-part yogic breath. Breathe in into your belly, into your lower chest, into your upper chest. And breathe out very slowly from top to bottom, squeezing your belly at the end. And breathe in all 3 parts. without any effort. And breathe out very slowly. 2 more. One more. And hold the breath out when you finish your breath. Hold it out, pull your belly button in, lifting your diaphragm up towards your heart center. Massaging your heart from the bottom as you keep lifting your diaphragm. Always hold it as per your capacity. Your external kumbhaka. And breathe in as you allow your belly to expand. Lower chest to lift. Upper chest to expand to the sideways, filling up underneath your collarbone behind the sternum. And hold the breath in. You created a space in your thoracic cavity, abdominal cavity, and you're breathing into those spaces you have created. In those spaces you have created. And breathe out very slowly, allowing your breath to settle down, body to breathe naturally. And allow your eyes to open, looking at your physical world as if you're looking at it for the very first time. Take a notice of the sounds, friends, things around you. And release your hands to the side or onto your knees. Lift your knees up. And stretch your legs out. Shake them off as much as you can at your ankles. And then bend your knees once you settle down. Keeping your toes towards you. Bring your hands forward in front of you. Keeping your elbows soft. Arms straight ahead of you. Breathe in and out. Turn your palms, spread your fingers out to the side and down. Pushing your heels of your hands into the ground. Lifting through your sternum. Breathe in and out, reaching out through your heels. First, stretch for your hamstrings. Breathe in and out. Stretch through your toes at your ankles. Breathe in, working with your foundation. Flex your feet. Breathe out, stretch through your toes. One more. Breathe in, flex your feet. Breathe out, stretch through your toes. Breathe in, bring your toes towards you and rotate at your ankle. Keep it soft. Soften your knees. You're adding some rotation in your hip joint as well. And then go the other way. Make sure you keep breathing in and out even if I don't mention it. It's in the back of my mind. I am breathing, and please you breathe in and out as well. Shake it off. And then get into your table pose. Tabletop is flat spine, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and we'll do side stretch in a kneeling down pose. Okay? So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Since you've been practicing with me for a while, you are aware of this. You are aware of all the cues. Spread your fingers. Tailbone is elongated along with your rest of the spine. Neck is soft. Your tailbone and your crown all in one line. Shoulders are away from your ears. Eyes of your elbows are facing each other. Make sure that your arms are not hyperextended. Breathe in and now draw your belly button in towards the spine, rounding as you roll your chin, pushing your hands into the ground as you breathe out completely. And then breathe in as you lift up your hips, tilting your lower back, dropping your floating ribs as you lift up your heart and gliding your shoulder blades towards your hips. Breathe out, draw your belly button in towards the spine, rounding rolling your chin in towards the chest. And then breathe in as you lift your hips. Tilt your lower back. Dropping your floating ribs as you lift up your heart, gliding your shoulder blades towards your hips. Breathe in, flat spine. Breathe out. Allow your knees to go out, toes towards each other or together. And then allow your hips to move towards your heels. It doesn't have to touch them. You can always have a support in between your calf muscle and your thighs. And allow your forearm to come down onto the ground. You can have your elbows out if you want a little bit. And then lead through your heart hinge at the hip, folding forward, dropping your crown down. You can always use the variation. Modify the pose as per your capacity, as per your body's need. Make a pillow with your forearm, drop your forehead. Make a fist, stack up, and then drop your forehead onto your fist. Keep your shoulders away though. Make sure you're not clenching, scrunching, or squeezing. Breathe in, lift up. And then walk your hands towards you and come onto your knees. I'm going to turn myself so you all can see me. Keep your knees right underneath your hips. Make sure your weight stays a little bit onto the back side of your body. Your upper soles are grounded if it's comfortable. If it's not, you can always tuck your toes under. Okay? Find your comfort. You can always leave the comment once you finish watching the video so I can guide you better next time. I'll try my best, keeping your both arms on either side. Turn your palms as you breathe in. Lift up your arms up over your head. And then breathe out. Turn your palms to the side and down. Breathe and lift up your arms up over your head. And then turn your palms. Push the energy with your heels of your hands away from you and bring it down. One more. Breathe and lift up your arms up over your head. And breathe out. Turn your palms. Push the energy with your heels of your hands. Bring it down. Breathe in. Turn your right palm. Lift up over your head. And then breathe out as you slide your left hand down along to your left leg. And bring your right arm to the left side. Breathe in and out. Keep your core in. Keep your core active. Keep your shoulder away from your ear. Make sure you're feeling the stretch on the side and not squeezing, not lifting your shoulder towards your ear. Keep the softness in your fingers. Breathe and lift up your upper arm. Turn your right palm. Bring it down. Breathe in, turn your left palm, lift up your left arm. Breathe out, slide your right arm down along with your right leg, along your right leg. Keep your neck soft. And then breathe out as you allow your left hand to go towards the right. Breathe in and out. Breathe and lift up your left hand. Allow your left hand to come to the side and down. Breathe and lift up your both arms up over your head. Breathe out, turn your palms to the shoulder level. Breathe in and out, turn your torso to the left. Your right arm is in front of you, left hand behind you. Your thoracic is rotated to the left. Breathe in and out. Breathe in, come back into the center. Breathe out to the right. Breathe in back into the center and breathe out, drop your hands down. Now we'll be lifting into your downward dog. So come into your table pose. Hands underneath your shoulders. Knees underneath your hips. Take a breath in. Tuck your toes under. Pushing your hands into the ground. Lift up your knees and allow your hips to lift up as you move your chest towards your thighs. Keep lifting your hips up. Make sure your belly button moves in. Breathe in and out. Keep your neck soft. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Find your foundation. Breathe in and out. drop your right heel down, soften your right toes, ground through your bases of your right toes. Lift up your right heel, bring your other heel down, walk your dog. Breathe in and out. Shake your breath. Bring your both soles onto the ground. Breathe in. Keep pushing your hands into the ground. Lift up your right leg back and up behind you, stretching through your right toes. Breathe in and out. Bend your right knee and step forward. If you cannot step forward at once, you can always pull it forward with kindness. Keeping your knee over the ankle towards your pinky toe. Breathe in and out. Lift up your heart center. Your fingertips are grounding. This is your high lunge. Making sure your knees over the ankle, facing towards the center of your foot or towards your pinky toe. Bring your both hands down. We're going to release this leg back and behind us. Breathe in. Release this right leg back and behind us, stretching through your toe, and bring it down. We'll do the other side. Walk it off. Bring your both soles onto the ground. Release your left leg back and behind you, stretching through your toe. Breathe out. Step forward with your left foot. Bringing your both hands, keeping your both hands on either side. Lifting up. Same thing applies. Knee stays over the ankle and towards your pinky toe. Allow your back heel to come down as you lift up your heart center. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. Release your left leg back and behind you. Stretch it out. And then breathe out. Breathe in and out. Drop your both knees. Sit back towards your heels. Allow your head to drop. Breathe out completely. Make sure your knees are safe. Have a support in between your calf muscle and your thighs so your knees won't be in a pain. Breathe in, lift up your head and lift up your heart center. Slide your hands towards you. And we're going to come into your down dog again. Breathe in. Tuck your toes under. Lift up your knees and allow your hips to lift up towards back and up. Allowing your chest to move towards your thighs. Keep your neck soft and then walk your dog. Pedal. Breathe in and out as you pedal your soles. Bring your both soles onto the ground. Breathe in and out. Walk your hands towards your toes. Lift up through your sternum. Make sure the length is maintained all the way from your base of the spine to your crown. Bend your knees as you shift your weight towards the back. Your toes are softened. And allow your hands to come to the side. Breathe in and out as you keep lifting your heart center. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Stay there. Shake your neck. Allow your fingers to reach on either side. Tip of your fingers are trying to touch the wall on either side of whatever you want to imagine. Turn your palms. Lift up your arms up over your head. And then bring your hands to the side and down. You can walk it off, you can shake it off, you can walk it off like this or whatever you feel like doing it. Shake it off, you can go side to side or you can shake it off, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Come onto the front of the mat once you settle down. Keeping your legs hip distance apart, this is a part of our Tadasana. Tadasana is the foundation for all the standing poses. It allows us to bring the awareness onto our foundation and onto our crown. Lift up your 10 toes off the mat, grounding through all the corners of our feet, 3 corners, bases of your big toes, pinky toes, and your heels. Not the base of your heel, but the bottom of your heel. Breathe in. And now starting from your pinky toe, drop your 10 toes onto the ground, let them play piano. Shift your weight to the back. You will feel that you're going to fall back. Don't fall behind you. But make sure you bring the weight a little bit towards the back of your body. Lift up those inner ankles towards your kneecaps. Arches are lifting up. Kneecaps are drawing towards your thighs. Roll your thighs in. Drop your tailbone. Lift up your pelvic up. Posterior tilt of your pelvic. It's not chest out, gut in, but it's lengthening, feeling that length, dropping your tailbone down while you lift up your sternum up. Don't hold your breath. Roll your shoulders up, back, and shoulder blades comes towards your hips, keeping your chin in line with your sternum or parallel to the ground. Take a breath in and out. Feel the space in your body. Notice the equal distribution of your weight on either side. Notice the length from top to bottom. Keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Let them drop. And once you settle down into your Tadasana, turn your palms. Lift up your arms up over your head. Making sure you're lifting your shoulder girdle. You want to maintain those shoulders away from your ears. Breathe in and out. Turn your palms to the side. Lead through your heart. Hinge at the hip, folding forward. Hands on either side of your feet. Breathe in. Knees are softened. Chest is close to your thighs. Bring your index and a thumb onto your toes. Breathe in. We'll get into Uttanasana. Breathe in and out. Push your heels into the ground as you lift up your hips up. Allow your elbows to go a little bit towards the back wall. Grounding through your bases of your toes. Shift your weight to the back onto your heels. Breathe in and out. Lift up further as you lead through your heart. Hinge at the hip, dropping your crown down. Breathe in and out. You'll have tremors. Your muscle will talk to you, and it's okay as long as you're not shifting towards discomfort or pain. If you're shifting towards discomfort, bend your knees. It's okay. It's not how far your body goes, it's how you get in there. Breathe in and out as you maintain your breath flowing through your body. Check your neck. Breathe in, lift up your upper body into jackknife or the Uttanasana. Breathe in and out. Notice the length from crown to your base of your spine. And then breathe out as you allow your elbows to go out, keeping your weight onto your back of your body. Once again, Uttanasana. Pulling your belly button in towards the spine. Allowing your body to fold, hinge at the hip, leading through your heart, dropping your crown down, shaking your facial muscles nice and soft. Breathe in and out. Breathe in, lift up. Back into your Ardha Uttanasana. Allow your hands to release from your toes. Release your left leg, bring it back and behind you, stretching it out. Keeping your right knee over the ankle and towards your toe, and drop your left knee down. Have a support underneath your left knee. Turn your left toe in a little bit. Keep your right knee over the ankle and towards your toe. You're going to create a space. This is Anjaneyasana. Bring your both hands in front of you. Pushing your right foot down. Lift up your heart center a little bit away from your leg. Pushing your right foot down, making sure your left knee is safe. Lift up your upper body a little bit. Keeping your right knee over the ankle as much as you can. It can go behind, but it cannot go beyond. Breathe in. Notice your psoas muscle. You're stretching, you're lengthening them. Make sure your back is not compressed. You maintain that length in your lower back as well. So keep that tailbone elongated. Breathe in, lift up your arms over your head. Breathe in and out. Roll back your back bend. Breathe in and out. Feel that opening your heart center into your back bend. Breathe in, upper body is back into the center. Breathe out, hands to the side and down. Tuck your back toe under. Release your back knee off the mat. So push your back heel towards the ground. Your low lunge. Breathe in and out. You're going to get into a plank. Release your right leg. Bring it back and behind you. Shift your weight into your high plank. Activate your core. Your organs are dropping down, but your core is holding your organs. Your hands are underneath your shoulder as if they're ripping the mat into the center. Notice that resistance. Notice that strength. Stability and mobility. They all work together. Breathe in. Lift your hips into your down dog. Walk your dog. Heel to toes and toes to heel. Bringing your both soles onto the ground. Breathe in. And I would drop your knees. Sit back on your heels. Keeping your arms over your head. Breathe in and out as you allow yourself to let go, surrendering. Breathe in, lift up your head, lift up your upper body, back into your table pose. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Lift up your knees, lift your hips up. Walk your dog, heel to toes and toes to heel. Bring your both soles onto the ground. Breathe in, release your left leg back and behind you, stretching it out. Shift your weight forward and step forward with your left foot. Breathe in. Lift up your heart center. Slide your right leg, bring it back and behind you. And then drop your right knee down. Upper sole is flat and turned a little bit in. Breathe in and out. Keeping your left knee over the ankle and towards your toe. Release your hands to the side. Breathe in. Lift up a little bit. Bring your hands forward, making sure your left knee is over the ankle and towards the center of your foot or towards your pinky toe. Have a support underneath your right knee. If there is any discomfort, keeping your both hands in front of you. Breathe in, lift them up. Notice your right side of your soleus. Breathe in, lift up your sternum. Lengthening through your tailbone, lengthening through this part of your body, making sure the space is in your lower back. Breathe and lift your heart center as you roll back. Breathe in back into the center. Breathe out, hands to the side and down. Hands on either side, tuck your toes under. Push your toes bases into the ground and lift up your heel and then allow your knee to straighten up. Breathe in, release your left leg back and behind you into your plank. Pushing your hands into the ground. Breathe in and out. We'll be bringing our body onto the ground to get into our cobra pose. Breathe in and out, drop your knees. Keep your knees grounded. Keep your arms on either side. We'll be doing the modified Chaturanga Dandasana. So allow your elbows to go towards the back as you drop your heart down if you can. If not, bring your body down slowly. Make sure you're kind to yourself. Wiggle your spine, find your pubic bone, ground through your pubic bone, and then slide your hands down. Palms are facing down. Once you ground through your pubic bone, stretch through your toes. Breathe in, lift up your left leg, stretching through your left toe. Breathe in and out. Keep your fingers away from your body. Breathe in and out, drop your left leg down. On your next inhalation, lift up your right leg, stretch through your right toe. Make sure you breathe out. Breathe in and out when you hold the pose. Breathe in and out, you drop it. Wiggle your body. Find your pubic bone once again. We'll be lifting our both legs, but we'll bring our hands. Make a fist. Bring your fist into your groin. Push your hip bones against your fist. Breathe in. Lift up your both legs up. Breathe in and out. Keep stretching through your toes. Breathe in, lift up your head, push your chin towards the ground. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out, drop your legs down. Chin comes back in line with your sternum. Release your hands over your head and your both hands on either side of your head. 90-degree angle between your forearm and upper arm. We'll adjust as we get into the pose. We'll get into Sphinx pose, modified version of Cobra. Keep your toes stretched. Keep your pubic bone grounded. Very important. Breathe in, lift up your head. Check your neck. Breathe in, lift up your upper chest. Check your neck. Adjust your arms. Bring them in. Make sure your shoulder girdle gets active when you bring your arms in. You're not working too hard. Turn your palms. Palms are facing each other. Outer edges of your palms, outer edges of your forearms, grounding. Breathe in and out. Drop your palms down. So palms, your elbows and forearms are grounded. We'll lift up further. Breathe in, lift up. Keep that grounding. On your inhalation, lift up. Your pubic bone is grounding as you're lifting your heart center. You're peeling your heart off. You're not pushing your heart up. You're peeling your heart off. Breathe in and out. Check your neck. Breathe in and out one vertebra at a time, bringing your spine down very slowly. Slide your hands on either side of your chest. Keep your elbows in. Now we'll be lifting into up dog. Tuck your toes under. Keeping your elbows down in line with your body. Elbows in and down. Breathe in. Lift up your head. Now roll your shoulders up, back and down as you bring your shoulder blades together. And as if those shoulder blades, someone is picking you from there. Allow your heart to lift up. Breathe in, pushing your hands into the ground. Lift up your lower chest a little bit. Breathe in, lift up your pubic bone off the mat. Breathe in, make sure breathe in and then out as well. Lift up your pubic bone off the mat. Lift up your heart center, which is you're peeling your heart up. You can stay here. If you're comfortable, you're going to lift your knees off the mat. Allow your heel to move towards the back wall. Breathe in and out. Check your neck. Neck is soft. Breathe in, lift up into a down dog. Walk your dog. Adjust your feet if you need to. Bring your both soles onto the ground. Breathe in and out as you hold your dog. Check your neck. Neck is soft. Breathe in. Release your left leg back and behind you. Bend your left knee and allow your left heel to go towards your right hip. Looking through the window on your left side. Breathe in and out. Breathe and bring it back into the center. Stretch it back and behind you. And breathe out, bring it down. We'll do the other side. Walk it off. Bring your both soles onto the ground. Breathe in, release your right leg. Stretch it back and behind you. Bend your right knee. And allow your right heel to come towards your left hip as you turn your head to the right. Looking underneath your right arm. Check your neck. Neck is soft. Breathe and bring it back into the center. Stretch your leg back and behind you. And then bring it down. Walk your feet towards your hands. Bend your knees. Legs come into the hip distance apart. Lift up your sternum, lift up your heart center. And then bring your both hands on either side. Lift up your sternum further, heart center. Bring your both hands into your heart center. Take a breath in. And now turn your torso to the left. Bring your right elbow outside of your left knee, pushing your hands against each other. Breathe in. And now turn your torso further to the left. Breathe in, back into the center. Breathe out, turn your torso to the right. Bring your right elbow outside of your left knee, pushing your hands against each other. Allow your thoracic to rotate as you breathe in and out, and then breathe out completely once you get into the pose, and breathe in and out. Breathe in, head comes back into the center. Hands come back into the center. Release your hands from the side. Lift up over your head. And roll back. Breathe in back into the center. Hands to your heart. Release your hands. Shake it off. Walk it off. And then widen your legs. Bring your index and the middle finger into your groin. Breathe in, turn your toes in. Breathe out, lead through your heart. Hinge at the hip, folding forward. Slide your hands down and onto the floor, widening your stance a little bit. Breathe in, pushing your both hands into the ground. Keeping those toes turned in, outer edges are grounding, outer edges of your soles and heel, and plus bases of your big toes. Breathe out as you bring your forearm towards the ground. Notice your lower back. This is a forward fold. Your sacroiliac joint. You're releasing all the tension. It's very important. We hold a lot of stuff there. We hold a lot of stuff, a lot of emotion in our hip region. Check your neck. Neck is soft. Keep your weight onto the back of your body and outer edges of your soles and heels. Breathe in, lift up your head, upper chest. Push your hands into the ground. Bring your heels and toes out. Toes and heels out. Heels and toes out to get into your malasana. Modified version is bring your hands onto your thighs, forearms onto your thighs, and stay here. But if you want to get into full version, hands together to your heart center. Elbows go inside your knees. Make sure your feet are not pronating. Pushing your hands against each other. Lift up your heart center as you maintain your tailbone. Lengthen. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Drop your hands. Bring your hands on either side. And make a touchdown. Shake your legs off. And lie down on your mat. And lift up your legs up for an inversion of your choice. You can have a leg lift. Simply lifting your legs into a dead bug. Hands up, legs up. Or you can lift up your hips off the mat once you lift up your legs into half a shoulder stand. Or you can simply bend your knees, hold the outer edges of your soles while lying down, or ankles or shins, into your Ananda Balasana, happy baby pose, and let go. Keep breathing in and out as you enjoy your inversion. And then stretch your legs out. Allow your pinky toe to drop towards the ground. Keeping your arms away from your body. Let your thighs roll out. Let your neck soften. Shoulders away from your ears. And keep breathing in and out. Hold that pose as long as you would like, sinking deeper into the earth beneath you as you let go. Thank you so much for joining today, and I will see you next time. I truly honor the divine light in your heart. Namaste. Ubuntu. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Hello everyone.
Hi.
Hi. Everybody's okay? I think we still have 2 minutes. I didn't realize that.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Did you get anything, or was it too fast?
No, it was good.
It was good?
It was good.
Good. Good. Very good. Thank you, ladies. I think I will have the good recording this time. So let's hope so. Cross our fingers. Finally learning it. Did you see me whole? Was my hair cut off?
Yes, when you stand up.
Oh, my head was cut off? Oh my goodness. I adjusted everything. Oh, let me turn my camcorder off. I did that.